Hello and welcome to Roll to One. I'm your host, Jaden Arnold. Sometimes I say my name, sometimes I don't. My friend Andy, Joseph, and Zane are all here with me, and we're going to go ahead and get ready for tonight's episode of Crow's Curtain Call. As the party left Castle Ravenloft, Duncan checked... Last time on Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Sorry, I could not. As they left Castle Ravenloft, Duncan checked the party's eyes, recognizing the party retained their personalities. It was then that they ventured partly to Vallaki, but decided against it. They then turned their behinds around to Barovia, stopping by a tremendous and dangerously tall waterfall. The party then took a shortcut and arrived at a Vistani encampment. There, stories were told by the Vistani, and in exchange learned that a dragon was dead. Also, Mordenkainen happened to lead a rebellion against Strahd once, and fell in a giant waterfall. Anyway, holy wow. Also in private, a private meeting with Madame Ava, a crone in Duncan's dream once, told the party members that their destinies were written. Duncan's father is alive. What? Shiv also had more to learn about his religion, and that Thomas's good nature will possibly, and most certainly, get him killed. Then they left the camp and went towards Barovia. Along the way, Vasilka was shown by Thomas a piece of the Ballad of Lyra, a show that was once he was in once. The party then arrived to Barovia to find the shell of a town decrepit and largely depressing. In the tavern, they met a man absent in mind and a drunkard looking to hire muscle for him and his sister, opera singers, to audition in Vallaki. Sounds familiar. The party now convened in private in the inn, and there they now sit. So, making it to darkness. Yes. You guys are now all in the tavern together. What do you do?
In our room. Let's talk.
With salt on the mind you, with salt by the door and a cross on the wall.
Supposedly secure.
Right.
Room.
I'm just doing what your job here did.
and you know what's funny though about like monster hunting is that like whether it works or not, it's what people do. Mm-hmm. So it's more just like learned nature than maybe possible.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of my brain for it.
Yep.
All right, you wanted to talk, Duncan?
Let's talk. So, I didn't feel comfortable talking on the road.
Yeah, we got that.
Vasilka's out.
It's been a long day.
Bye. And I think...
Just kidding, she doesn't sleep, she's gone.
She's just making noises.
Yeah. And then you guys are like, Vasilka's asleep, and she's like, guys, I don't sleep.
Like, well, then please stop.
Sorry.
So, and I figured we might want to come by here, see what's down here, because I don't know the next chance we're going to get to come visit Barovia, where we were already halfway.
And why is that?
Because there's missing pieces to this puzzle that I can't quite figure out.
What puzzle? Let's talk about puzzle. I'll take out my notebook that I guess I have now.
That's allowed. Sure.
What pieces of the puzzle are you thinking about, Duncan?
How to kill Strahd von Sarovich.
Yeah, can't help.
And
no
get
idea.
out of this hellhole.
So, we have two potential allies, one of which we could speak to, and one of which we don't know. One that I guess is dead, right?
Not so sure about that.
What? Oh, what?
You're referring to the wizard, right?
Well, he's the second that we think is dead.
Strahd seems to think he's alive.
Oh.
I know the dragon appears to be dead. I saw his...
That's what we heard.
I saw his scale.
When Strahd talked about enemies to be killed, he talked about...
The Mad Mage.
The one we know. And the wizard. He did not talk about a dragon.
No. Are we wiretapped or something? What's going on?
That just happens to be magic that just occurred. I didn't do anything. I didn't touch that.
So wait,
did I perceive anything?
Yeah, can we do a percent?
I didn't do that.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying I clicked inside empty room and it just goes dragon.
I was like, oh shoot, who's listening?
This is it. This is the end. We're all about to die.
So
okay, nothing perceptible happened. Okay.
Yeah, no.
So, geez, we're jumpy. All right, so
Just really clever musical cues.
So, I think
It spells a lot to cast.
the dragon that the gypsy the Vistani we're talking about, that dragon is dead. Unfortunately,
we're sure about that, right?
Yes. When I was at Strahd's castle, I went with the Lady of Traps.
She's scary. Yeah.
She showed
Wait,
me.
you did? Oh, I think I knew that. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, keep going.
I got a chance to take a look around. Unfortunately, it was a horrific room made of skulls of children and townspeople.
Wow.
So, but in that room,
I look around.
sitting, of course, sitting on the mantle was a giant dragon skull.
Every time. I'm not doing it. It just happens to align.
Story. Every time you say the word dragon.
Right? Just let it happen. Let
Dang,
it be.
man, this dragon. So I don't think we can count on a dragon, as
waited for it.
That seems fair.
I didn't-
unlikely as it was that we were going to get his help anyway.
Well,
Yeah.
we can go to his... They've got tons of stuff, right?
All right, there's a haunted
Yeah, it says it's
mansion
haunted,
with
but-
haunted gold that we could possibly check out, but that
All
might be
What else-
lower on the
What else do you
priorities.
have? You seem to be wanting to talk, but not at the time. So,
Yes, I have my friends. I think Strahd has ears everywhere. I think as long as we're outside by any other living creature that we do not trust implicitly, we need to not give our hand away. Do you understand?
okay.
So, sorry, Duncan. After... What are we doing tomorrow? Let's go day by day. What are we doing tomorrow? We've got the drunk guy downstairs. That's like me a month ago or a week ago. I'm okay with convincing him that I am a rogue of our party and am sneaky, and that's my function, and you're a lead. Like, I don't want him to know that we are in competition.
He's in competition with you. How?
Yeah, he's auditioning for the show. He's the same as me.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah, I mean, right? That's how I feel.
Well,
but like,
just buy a casket of wine and bring it with us. He'll be fine.
true, but I think I want to wait until we get
A
there.
casket.
Casket of wine.
I mean, it's thematically
Wait
fitting.
until we get there to reveal. So he's gonna believe whatever I say.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, thank you, Chef. Sorry. Or do we want to tomorrow? Do we want to just leave? Like, if there's a place filled with bones and skulls, and this place feels so empty and, for lack of a better word, dead.
Well, we're already here, so Duncan
Yes.
seemed to want to check it out.
I think
Might as well
something's
at least walk around.
I think we need to sleep.
I think,
Well,
moreover,
right.
still from the talking, what are their plans long term? You talked about killing the devil. Do you have a plan?
You know, when we spoke with that lady,
Yes.
I'm not sure what she said to you, but Thomas, I'm sorry, my friend. It seems you're destined to die.
Yeah, soon. She told me
That's what I heard too.
soon. So
Well,
yeah,
that's
I
unfortunate.
kind of was like all. I'm thinking about life a lot right now, Duncan. I'll just say that life is a lot shorter than I guess I thought it was.
Does that have anything to do with how I found you in the tent?
No, that's nothing. That was just. No, not. No.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, in that case, before that time comes, you might want to get me a diamond.
diamond.
why so?
Do I have any diamonds on me?
No.
Why so?
You have your little ring,
Okay.
which is
Not
a
a
crystal,
diamond.
a radiant crystal, but not a
Did a diamond.
diamond.
Because if I have a diamond, your death may not be permanent.
Well, that'd be cool.
True.
I think. Well, if we're thinking about
That would have been great after that.
if we're thinking about diamonds and how much things that cost a lot and where those would be.
Roughly
Legend
300.
has it dragons carry a lot of cash.
This is true.
Which is just as good as money.
So if we're thinking about if we need a diamond to, I guess, save my life, that might not be a bad idea for our next stop. And it's on the way to Vallaki. We can check out this during the day. I've done the math. It will take us.
Let me stop you right there, Thomas.
Okay.
I'm sorry. How I don't know how familiar you are with what do you keep calling her? Crone?
Are we talking about like
The lady.
Madam Ava.
Madam Ava.
Yeah, okay. So Duncan, you can call you. Everyone else is going to be familiar with them being called a witch, a crone,
Which?
but you know them as hags.
Okay. I don't know how familiar you are with the ways of hags or
Nope.
witches
Haggis.
Not really.
or haggis. Oh God, I could go for some haggis.
You're Scottish, so that's beautiful.
What about them?
Once your future has been said after being read into, there's not much you can do to avoid it, my friend.
Yeah. So then I'm gonna
Hear me out. Hear me out. Before you despair, I think we may have an opportunity here with this player downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
I've no ill will against this man. I don't know who he is, what his story is, but this man could be the way that you don't stay dead. At least as you. Thomas may die, but this other player may make it.
What
Do
do
you catch
you?
my drift?
Nope.
Thomas, you have the ability to change your appearance.
I don't. We know one person that can.
Aye.
Is that your plan?
It's just an idea.
So, it is an idea, but if we think about what Strahd said, and his two biggest enemies,
Mm-hmm.
the one that we know is only is hidden because of that hat.
Is it?
I mean,
I imagine he might have other ways. Other ways that I will now be asking him next time we go.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That way.
I'm not.
And there might be other hats or things like it that we could find.
We may need to.
I don't want to stay here long. Is my biggest thing.
I don't either.
Are we gonna leave in the morning?
I think we need to see what we can gather information-wise. I think it was good that we came... I was almost rushing there. I was thinking it was good that we came into contact with these other players auditioning, so we have...
He did
Control of
send
that.
us here.
Exactly.
Yeah, why?
That must mean that there's something here, for good or for ill.
Better to know than not know.
That may be true.
So, I also need to gather some more supplies. So,
Yeah, I can go. I can go to the. I can look around for a place in this city that maybe is more enticing to me, and we can meet at. It's like 3 a.m. No.
Right now,
Yeah.
it's like 4.
So at
We are bells.
You said 5, but like it's okay. Sure, it's 5 a.m.
so
Thanks.
how long?
Sun comes up in 2 hours.
How long
Thanks.
is a long rest? 8 hours?
hours.
Or
8.
6?
8.
8.
We're not leaving in the morning.
8, but 2 of those can be total like just like
Chill.
an hour waiting, an hour waiting.
Hour.
That's the way that I've always ruled it. It's not what it says, but like I like the homebrew of it. You need 6 hours of sleep, of active sleep, but you can sit for an hour and sit for an hour on both ends. So that way you can interweave watches into into that
So
rest.
if we want to get back to Vallaki tomorrow, we gotta leave by 2 in the afternoon.
that's doable.
So we wake up 8 hours
Perhaps.
from now is noon. So then we have 2 hours until we have to meet and leave.
Worst case scenario, we have to stay another night. But
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
bad.
it would be a wasted effort.
So in the morning,
It's not the worst place.
we got 2 hours to find stuff out, and then we meet back here.
Mhm.
If we haven't found out enough, sunsets at like 7-ish.
7 and 7 every time. Sun up, sun down. I mean, mind you, what's a sun in this world?
Right. And then we can get there by sundown. If we want to push it an hour, we can push it an hour. I mean, we traveled here at night once, and we just did through the night, pretty much. So we could do it again.
I think we have options.
Yeah.
While we're still here talking in the relative safety, just to make sure. Has anyone else heard of anything Strahd killing related?
I know
Or
that
mentioned it all.
to kill a vampire, especially an older vampire, it's very difficult. They don't like running water. They don't like garlic. And if you do kill them, you must stake them in the heart. And you have to do it either at their grave or in their coffin. If you stake him in the heart outside, he merely turns into a corpse, but is bound to come back to life. He can also turn into mist. Some can. I don't know what Strahd specifically can, but it's quite odd that he was so liberal with us. I was very surprised he didn't enchant any of you. They do like to play with their food, though.
Maybe he tried.
3 days from today, I'm returning to Castle Ravenloft.
That's correct. That's how long we have to figure out our plan, because we are not letting you suffer that fate.
Well, that fate might be better than death.
Oh, I disagree. I disagree, my man.
I guess we'll see, right? See what we can do.
Do you know what a vampire's spawn is?
Nope.
It's a creature that has no will of its own, bound to its master, eternally thirsting, never allowed its own life or will. If Strahd turns you and doesn't let you drink from his own blood, you will be a slave for eternity.
Interesting.
It's no life worth living.
That's a good point.
So let's keep that from happening.
All right.
Right then.
I'm going to get some sleep.
Good idea.
Okay. You guys go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Shiv.
Out of game. Really? You're not going to tell us what the old crone told you?
I'm still trying to figure out what the hell she told me.
Let me.
My dad's alive?
So Shiv.
Oh, wait.
Brutal.
I didn't tell him about the...
Wake back up.
What? What do you?
We wake back up.
I didn't tell him about all the ways to
We
kill
wake
him.
back up.
Yeah.
We wake up.
Okay. So I mean, you could also say like, I'll tell you the ways to kill him in the morning.
I'm out of salt. Can I scoop my salt back up off the
Dude,
ground?
I'm gonna tell you something about salt. It'll sit there. It'll be fine.
Okay.
You can scoop like most of it back up. if you
Okay.
really want, like,
Okay. All right, so we all go to bed.
all right. So Shiv, that I've been trying to say over and over.
Sorry.
So Shiv, you
Yes.
you are sleeping, as you do, and you. Let me elaborate what happens here in your dream here. So you're dreaming, and you are
Do you have dream music?
What a question.
that's such a put me on the spot moment. I mean, hold on, actually, wait. I think I might.
I thought naturally we would just have dream music.
Let me do it. I got it. Hold on, where is it? Man, shoot. It's in one of these. I got it. You're doing this to me.
I know.
I mean, it's not going to be what I want it to be.
Or it'll be perfect.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I know exactly what I need to do. Give me a second. It is... Dude, you are rolling dice over there. My goodness.
I am. I'm rolling the fireball damage. I drop it on us while we sleep. A spell I don't have.
It's so sad you don't have that.
It's a great spell.
Sorry, guys. Sometimes I just fireball in my sleep.
Yeah, man. It's just I can't control
It's a condition.
It's a condition.
Okay. In your dream, this is what you see beyond. You are on your back in your sleep, and your eyes open, And as you open up, you see a crystal clear night sky, more blue than black, as its like middle royal hue reflects back upon you. You look around in your darkened state, seeing only the blue hues. You look to your right and you see a sea of color, and just endless. And then you look to your left and you see a mountain, just pinnacle sticking out of this sea, this ocean.
Also colored?
No, this mountain, in fact, is more like a dark blue-green emerald color. As it rises up to its top, you see a building that that would resemble a monument in our government's context, but instead of a Roman-esque style to it, it is elven in make. And it pulls and pinches to the top on a point that seems to go on to the moon. And you rest in this ocean. What do you do? The water's a comfortable place for you, so you can choose to... Stop rolling dice, please.
Sorry.
You can choose to remain, or you can swim to any direction.
I'll swim to the temple.
So you swim to the temple.
'Cause why not?
And as you are climbing up towards this area, you recognize that you you recognize you're in somewhere that is not like you feel dead. Does that make sense? Like you don't feel like you're present. Like you're making these decisions, but your body, you feel your body in the, like you're having an out-of-body experience. And as you continue to swim towards this island, your fingers clawed touch this mountainscape. And as you touch this mountainscape, you're tapping something hard. And like you're just like feeling it, and then you recognize that there's like a wall of force keeping you from touching on this mountain. And then you kind of hold the cylinder and you push your hands hard, and you're like trying to, you are stuck from entering this mountain.
Oh.
You're not allowed in this space.
Do I know why?
Do you? Doesn't seem so. And as you are going to grab onto this, you begin to get very physically tired. There's nothing to grab onto. It's slick to the touch. You can't get through it. And so you recognizing you can either just float there, as alligators do, or you could drown.
Well, I won't keep trying to get in if I'm only losing strength.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I'll swim around, see if there's a hole somewhere? Actually, I'll look around first.
Okay, make a perception check.
18.
You're 18 enough is to you feel around as you're floating, and you like put your hands on your back, kind of just looking up, trying to take in what do I see, and you feel a cable of some kind, like a tendril, and as you pull it around like like an avatar braid almost, you see a tendril of white light that is going towards, and then it stops. It just continues to go. It weaves like a snake until a certain point, and then it just like goes from solid to clear, like a gradient of color change to nothing. And so it's going somewhere, and it's taut as you pull on it.
Can I follow it? Or does
It's
it
going.
go
It's
up?
going to the sky.
I see.
Make a religion check or a arcana check.
Religion.
Okay. You are in the astral sea. Your version of it.
Cool.
And so after about 7 hours, you realize I should probably wake up.
Is there anything else I can do here?
Doesn't seem like it right now.
Fair enough. Do I know what this means?
Do you as a player, or do you as a
Shiv.
ship? Something's keeping you from going in that place.
Like, as Shiv, has this ever happened before? I'm gonna say probably no.
Probably not. This is the first time that you've ever contemplated your religion to this degree.
Does Shiv connect those two things?
I would assume so.
Okay.
He's a wise guy, right? So, do you wake up?
Can I perceive the temple?
You certainly can. With your previous roll being plenty, you see that it is... Wait a minute. You look harder and you see inside the temple. There's a woman dressed in white long hair, her face dark skin. Not dark skin to a, like, she's a neutral tone, right? And she holds a staff. She looks like Gandalf, but without a beard, essentially, but it's a woman. And she looks at you, and she holds up her hand, like, long fingers and waves, and beckons you towards her.
All right. And Shiv will try to go forward again.
You go towards the bottom of this mountain, essentially where this thing sits, and you cannot get in.
Does she see that?
You do not see her from your current vantage point at the base of this mountain.
I'll swim back out again.
You swim very far away to get a glimpse of her. And you see her, like, deflate. You see her physically deflate, like, acting for the back row. She deflates and turns back. And then you lose her in the darkness. Do you choose to wake up?
Guess so.
As you two are getting up, counting your rations, doing a change of clothes, alternating what you're doing, Shiv, his eyes finally open. And you're all awake for a long rest.
Yes! Give me my spells back. Give me my spells back. I got all my spells back. Well, I'm gonna go talk to the guy downstairs. Okay, Duncan?
All right.
Alright, and I'll go downstairs.
Okay, you go downstairs. And there you see John Hamm. Yeah. You do see this individual with the blonde hair, shoulder length. He's wearing like a leather vest, and he's got like a really dull tan sleeves. And he's got more of a 12 o'clock in the afternoon shadow that he should have shaved last night. And he's sipping on wine, and he's like, as you see him in the corner.
Oh, I'll go to him and sit down and do this.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
Do you?
Eric, do I know him? Yeah. Okay, sorry, I drank a lot last night.
So you don't remember last night, rather than are you recovered?
I feel better.
You should stop drinking wine.
No, has anyone ever told you the best way to get over a hangover is to drink more?
People have told me that. I've never believed them.
Well, you should try it. It's not a bad.
Oh, we talked last night about you and your sister needing passage.
I told you that? I must have been really drunk.
Vallaki. Well, I said you needed help, and I asked what for, and then.
Oh shoot.
Why?
Well, I should have been more tighter-lipped. I mean, I do need that, but I don't go yelling.
I'm not yelling. Chill out.
Yes, you are. You are yelling. You're freaking loud.
I'm just naturally loud. Sorry.
You're really not being loud. He's just drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and my compatriots would like to accept your offer.
You're by yourself.
So I have two friends upstairs recovering from the night.
What are you gonna do, Lanky man? He's kind of buff.
I'm quick.
Okay.
I'll brandish a dagger and kind of twirl it.
Okay, go ahead and make a sleight of hand or performance check.
Okay, great.
Damn nice.
Natural 20.
Wow. So,
Best ever done.
Thomas, you like hold your hand out, you flick it out, and the middle finger stops the tip of the blade, and then you flip it around again, and then while you flip it around again, the dagger's just gone. Okay. Forget I questioned your talents. Look, man, I'm just trying to get to Vallaki. If you can help get me and my sister there, there's gold in it for you.
How much?
My dad is the burgomaster here, so
Oh.
it's really no object. I'm Ismark.
Ismark?
Ismark, the... Ha yes, and somebody's like, Ismark the Lesser. He's like, yes, Ismark the Lesser is what they call me here in Barovia.
Why do they call you that?
Because my father is Ismark the Greater.
Oh, well, that's kind of mean.
It's my father is quite the burgomaster, so...
Well, we are,
You look around and there's the same amount of people there were last night.
yeah, great.
Same people or same amount of people?
Same amount of people.
Same, different people?
The Vistani are not there.
Just regular people.
Just regular people.
I am the what I will say is the face of my current accompaniment. And when they come down, we will make a deal with you, and then hopefully you and I can go speak to your father.
How about this?
for
We
payment.
go and we can speak to my sister, and yes, sure, we can have conversation with my dad, and we can then work out some sort of deal to get me and my sister to Vallaki. Yes, that's a good idea, but it's I don't get the final say. I'll have to talk to my sister. So
Sounds good. We will.
you seem well enough. I mean, that was an impressive display with the dagger. So
Well, believe me, I can handle myself, but I am not.
did you say your name? I might have missed it.
No, I did not. My name is Calvin.
Calvin, I'm Ismark. So
Nice to meet you, Ismark. My compatriot is upstairs. Are you coming down at this point?
I was going to talk with Shiv.
okay, you are more than welcome to. And we cut to that.
So I kind of put the stuff back up.
Mm-hmm.
And I talk to Shiv. And I say, Shiv, I wanted to bring this up to you.
Yes.
I don't think Thomas is a bad lad. But I don't know if I can necessarily trust him with everything right now. All things considered.
Okay.
Stop looking at yourself.
Sorry.
But there were some more things I learned about how we might kill Strahd.
Oh.
The lady mentioned the Vistani child that we've decided to find and try to rescue in exchange for that chest.
Yes.
I think we have confirmation that that is something that would lead us to kill Strahd.
That sounds good.
The holy symbol of the raven. It has treasure
Oh.
hidden behind amber doors that we must find. Also would help us kill Strahd.
All right.
And the sword of sunlight is a weapon of vengeance.
That
That's-
sounds helpful against a vampire, yes.
Exactly. Could be found at the dragon's lair, where that diamond might be.
Well, we at least know one of the places.
But
People are having conversations. That's not-
Basilka.
what was wait, who did I hear about the uprising and stuff and like the man, like all the efforts?
I think that was Thomas.
Okay. So I think
I would have told you.
you told what
Yeah,
you
for
told us.
sure.
Okay. So
Talked about the wizard and the...
yeah. So I think I don't think we can over prepare for this confrontation. I mean, it sounds like every trick in the book has been tried. Gathering up the locals, sneaking into his lair, everything. So I think we need to just get as much as we can to help us.
Certainly.
I mean, the man killed a bloody dragon single-handedly. So,
Or so they say.
well,
Doesn't really matter how it happened.
I'm kind of inclined to believe it. Yeah. So, I think definitely we should get back to Octavio. Maybe contact this mage, see if he can help us, if he's still alive.
I agree.
All right. Let's go check on him.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Grab all
So you guys grab all your stuff, pack
And
up,
Vasilka.
and Vasilka.
And Vasilka.
Vasilka. Thomas had a plan, so he left. You two look around for Vasilka, and she's not there.
What? Where is Vasilka? She was sleeping with you.
Don't know. Don't notice any of her things.
Her things are not here.
And the toys that I had?
What do you mean?
Like, I had her toys.
You have her stuff. I mean, everything
Okay.
that you... But, like, she has her own things, I guess, is what I mean. Like, her backpack, I don't know.
Sure.
The point is that she is not... She's not nowhere to be found right now.
All right.
Do I see her?
Nope.
Oh.
Can we make an investigation check?
Or a perception check?
Is there any trace?
She has legs in her own decision making, so
True.
you can make a lot of assumptions, but
But,
you got to
like-
make an investigation check.
On,
Yeah.
like, broken in doors. and
Right.
Sure, yeah.
stuff
Go
like
if you're like worried. Oh no, someone broke in. Like, go for it.
Or
Just quick look.
something happened? Oh, why did I do it to
13.
And this is investigation.
Yup.
Investigation. You think I know this one? All right, 19.
Okay, so you find 19 is great. 19 is way better than what Andy rolled. So you look around and you find no signs of foul play, no sign of breaking and entering, no sign of anything. It seems that she left on her own volition.
Did we overhear? No, they were whispering her thoughts
Something?
about how she ran away, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we just have no idea.
You just don't know where she is right now.
Shoot. All right. Let's go see if she, if the barkeep saw her.
Sure. I mean, I don't know if he would say anything. He seems rather...
Oh my gosh, these voices are actually in character. I just wanted that to be made out.
Yeah.
I'm listening, and I'm like, that's a thing in the game. That's super nuts.
What did they say? I listened to the conversations of other people.
The lady who just talked said like, "Oh my gosh, have you had some of this Red Dragon wine?"
Oh, she
I was
did.
like, "That's so cool."
That's awesome.
Anyway,
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ask.
Well, we'll see.
so you step down, and approximately when Thomas is needing you, I don't know, suppose the conversation happens in that moment, and then you're like, "My friends are coming down," and they step down the stairs, and then you see them. Here they are.
Ah, here they are. Ismark, these are my two compatriots. And I gesture to them.
I am Ismark. I'm the burgomaster's kid.
We are the compatriots.
We met last night.
Oh,
We met.
Not you, Shiv.
I mean, I met you last night.
oh, okay.
I don't think
Did
he
I
met
say
you.
anything super rude? Was I a dick?
On the contrary, you were wanting our services.
Perfect, cause that's what I'm interested now. If you'll come with me to my dad's place, we can work out some sort of payment. Is what your face was telling me. And we can. My sister will need to approve you. But should that be a thing, we can all head back to Vallaki in numbers, safety in numbers.
Not too many numbers.
Don't know what that means.
Long story.
Too
sure.
long to tell.
Sure. We have our own wagon, so like we could make all kind of a process out of it. But I don't know what you guys are riding. We might have some spare horses. I'm not like akin to play games.
Let's just do the deal when we get to your
Yeah,
father's
that's
house.
Yeah.
that makes sense. And if you need supplies, there is nearby. There is the Bildras Mercantile. That's E1 on the map. Just thought you might want to know that.
You said, what word?
Yeah, Bildrath, Bildrath, Bildrath's Mercantile.
Can you shake your cursor?
Yeah, it's right there. There it is. There it is right here.
right next
Thank
to-
you. We
right
will
next to
we
you.
will check that out after we visit your father's house all together.
What time is it?
It's
Noon.
like noon.
All right. On to the burgomaster's house.
Ismark the Greater is his name.
That's not. He's just Ismark, the burgomaster. That's not funny.
Oh, that's not his name?
That's he. Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Let's go to the burgomaster's house.
See, this man understands.
I'm not good with people.
You're the face. All right, so let's do our imaginary walk together here.
Across the
I
street?
love how we all say
Oh, wait, where's the burgomaster's house?
This is right here.
Oh, it's the big one. Duh.
Yeah, it's the big house.
the burgomaster.
All right. Just want to point out, though, as you are stepping outside, you do hear the crying of someone coming from the building in E3.
Ismark, what does that sound?
It sounds like crying.
You don't know what it is?
It's not my job to care.
Okay, great.
I think this is one of.
I'll go there.
Is it someone's job to care?
Yeah, but he's dead, so
Ooh,
the guard.
where's
Thomas, I think this is just one of those
he?
times.
My name is Calvin.
My mistake. Calvin.
Sorry.
You're all bad at this. If you're trying to be in secrecy, we can talk about that.
No, it's an inside joke.
Is
Yeah.
someone after you?
No, it's
No.
it's an inside joke. Names. We like to play games with each
I
other.
do,
We
I
go
do,
we
I
go
do.
way we go way back.
It's me. They hate it. It's me.
Okay,
He
make a
hate-
deception check with disadvantage.
Just me?
Both of you.
Can he give me the help action?
Sure.
So I have a straight roll. 21.
Well, he doesn't have to.
21. You don't have to roll.
Oh my gosh. But if I did,
Oh, that's pretty good.
it's not
Disadvantage.
bad. I got the exact same too.
Can Shaven pose disadvantage with his side eye?
It's still
I'll
straight
again.
roll. It's still straight roll
It's still
because
straight roll
it's
and the
advantage.
lowest, and it won't be lower than a 21.
All right, so 21 is fine. He goes, right. Okay, so yes, we're on our way.
We're so bad at this, Duncan.
A weary-looking mansion squats behind a rusted iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside, while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering and squeal of clang of a gate repeat with mindless precision. Weeds choke the ground and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet, against the walls, the growth has been tramped down to create a path about the domain. Heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish off the walls. Great black marks tell that the fires have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen.
Which building is this?
This is
Back.
this is my dad's house. This is the burgomaster's mansion.
Which? No, Jaden. Which building is this?
E3,
E3, back
E5.
corner.
I apologize. E5, E5, E5. Wait, really?
Wait,
E5.
Hold on. Did
isn't
I,
E5 the church?
the E5 is the church. E4. Where's E4?
Oh, this,
Isn't that the building you said you was
building you
gone?
demolished.
Then I demolished this. What did I demolish?
You demolished.
E7, I think.
E7 you demolished?
Is that
Ah,
the madhouse?
We don't have your...
It's on here.
Right. Well,
somewhere.
A building E4 is there. Never mind.
Okay,
I
we
take
go
it
down.
all back. Just you passed the house
it.
with the crying woman, which
Do we
makes
see-
way more sense.
Do we see Basilka anywhere in the streets? Just kind of make a perception check as we walk.
Oh, you don't see anybody in the streets, my man.
Okay, great. Well, it's easy to see Basilka then if she's out.
Easy.
Yeah, we totally spaced on asking the bartender about
Yep,
Basilica.
we did forget. I mean, we can go back
You
because
can. It's a tiny little town.
What? Sorry. I just need to ask the barkeeper one question.
Yeah.
So I run back in
Yeah, you go back.
and barkeep.
Uh-huh.
Did you see a lady leave at any point between now and last night?
Yeah.
Where'd she go?
Out.
Which direction?
The door.
When?
Night.
Can you be more specific? And I put like a gold coin on the table.
I have a job. Thanks.
I put the gold coin back in my pocket. Thank you.
He doesn't say anything else.
And I leave.
Cool. All right, so we've you know how Russian just sounds like English backwards, right? Yep. I stole that from a comedian, so it's fine. So we have E4. Cool. So you're here at this building that's been like largely destroyed. And he says, "All right, like I know it doesn't look like much, but it's just sad. I'm sorry." So I gotta click the button that says my house. Alright. So before we go in there, my sister is a little less trusting than me. So just go and knock on the door like 4 times quickly. Wait a second, and then knock 1 more time. And I'm gonna stand right here,
Okay.
Like that?
just like that. That's pretty good.
Okay, great.
He's like 3 yards from the building.
I'll walk up to the door. Unless you want to.
I'm
step
like,
forward.
I put my hand in front, like, I'll do it.
All right.
I say, I motioned everyone to stay back.
Oh yeah.
Duncan, you're noticing as you walk towards the building, you see like trampled weeds all around the mansion and like wolf paw prints and human footprints, like a bunch of different, like right all around the building.
Can I just see if it's booby trapped? Like,
I mean, do you get up to the door and like actively investigate it?
yeah.
Go ahead and make an investigation check. I'm not doing this. It's just is what it is.
That's good timing. Wow. Okay.
One more. Up. There you go. One more.
I'm so blind. 17.
It doesn't seem to be trapped. Who is it?
A friend of your brother's.
It's my brother's name.
Oh, I wrote it down too. Ismark.
You must be his friend. Nice. Okay.
Because you didn't call him Ismark the Lesser.
Yeah. And she says, "Do you have allegiance to Strahd?"
What's that to you?
No response.
I look back at the brother for a cue.
What do you want from me? I don't.
Do you have allegiance to Strahd?
Fuck no.
No!
As opens the door, you see a striking young woman with auburn hair with like 2 bite necks on her neck. You do see her skin is like dark, her hair is dark, and for her to be Ismark's brother is just dumb. That what? They must not be related.
Okay.
Because she's banging. She also comes to the door with a long sword in hand, a breastplate on her chest, and a red, like, soldier's cape. And she goes sword first, almost hitting you, Duncan, like getting you to step back down the stairs a little bit.
Yeah.
And she said, and wait, hold on. Make history checks, all 3 of you. This is just to remember.
10.
10.
More than 10, but less than 15. 13.
Daggone it, I'm so blind. Alright. 18.
That's plenty. It's DC 15.
Cool.
She looks a lot like a few dolls that you've seen made.
I'll look back at the guys, go.
And they're just like, what?
What?
And she says, I'm Irina Koliana. She's gonna not be Esmeralda. I have to make their, because they are like the way that they're written, they're just wildly similar people.
Yeah, interesting.
So we have to like. She's more stoic. Irina Koliana is what she says.
Okay. I'm more stoic.
Well, she's Russian, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Esmeralda's French.
Right, you're right, but that's a very close accent. Irina Koliana, she says as she brandishes her weaponry.
Pleasure to meet you.
So, you're who my brother brought. She looks around and goes, not bad. What price have you negotiated?
Well, we're here to negotiate.
What do you think?
I don't have whatever we
Where's
have
the
left.
burgomaster? Shall we
in.
come inside?
Come in. She like invites you in. You come in and follow her.
All
Yep.
right.
Yep. Go in.
She says, you see the interior of this mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities are boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols in every room. To the wall, on every wall.
Ooh.
The burgomaster is in, you see crosses like everywhere.
Interesting.
The burgomaster is in a side drawing room on the floor, lying in a simple wooden coffin surrounded by wilting flowers and the faint odor of decay.
Does he look like a vampire or does he look dead?
No, he's super dead.
Okay.
Do whatever you want. I'm super dead.
What happened to your father?
I think I can guess.
He died.
Yep, that was.
Clearly.
Mm-hmm.
How are you actually related?
It's my adopted father.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. So, you need passage to Vallaki.
I am willing to let you do the job, but I believe that it might be in our best interest to do a test. Should you pass this test, I'll give you each 50 gold. Then we will all travel to Vallaki together to audition for the show that my brother and I have been invited to attend. And when we get to Vallaki, I will give you each 200 gold. What do we say?
Could we hear you guys sing?
Why do you ask?
Just a fan of talented vocalists.
Do you... okay. Yes, Mark, do you want to do Act 1, Song 4? I suppose I could do Song 4. I haven't warmed up. It's a little low for me this morning. But...
Low in the morning.
yeah, he's a true tenor too.
Wow, that's never a problem. I'm always like, let me sing bass in the morning, baby. I can do it all.
And he... so anyway, they're like, okay, and they invite you into like a room with like a big couch and then like a lovely fireplace, and they stand in front of it, and basically sing, and they're good. They are well trained. They have practiced in together's like parts are good. Like they're really good. I don't need to like sugarcoat it. Thomas, you should be a little worried that they have practiced to the point of what you're seeing. So it's not that you're not going to crush it as a soloist. It's just that your current partner doesn't know the show very well
And is missing.
and is currently not here also.
Well, my current potential partner.
They're crushing it, and that's off-putting.
Can I do, while they're singing and kind of distracted, an investigation check of like the crosses and the body? And
Go ahead and make a perception check
Okay.
as you look around the rooms. Or the room, I guess.
14.
Yeah, it seems that they have put up all the, like, you can see scratch marks and, like, things have tried to come in here, and this is, like, where they're held out. So this is just, like, the Monster Hunters holdout, but, like, to a minimal degree, it's, like, what they've been educated with rather than, like, specifically, like, it's not, like, well done. It's not like they have monster hunting knowledge. It's just, like, this is what you do. You board up the windows and you put up your crosses, you know, like anyone would when being attacked by hordes of werewolves and zombies.
In the body?
And
The body is very dead.
Awesome.
I'll clap as they finish their performance. Wow, awesome. What's our test?
Yes, your test is to help take my father to the cemetery for a proper burial.
where's the cemetery?
It is the church that was previously known as E4, which is now E5. It's E5 on the map.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
it's-
long does your invisibility spell last?
Oh.
I just need your muscle and to see
We've
how
walked
see your
halfway there
heart.
already.
If you're willing to take him and sit around for a funeral, then we will.
Oh, you just want us to? Yeah, we can do that.
It's nothing
Nothing dangerous?
difficult to put together. So
Difficult?
Why is it a test then?
it is a test because. Well, if I told you the answers, it wouldn't be a test.
Can I make a perception check?
Insight, you mean?
Insight check.
Yep, I'm on your team. Go
Can
for
I
it.
also do an inside check?
Do you not trust her?
Oh.
I'll just make one. Just
Duncan is kind of taken back by her beauty.
Okay.
Too
That's
distracted.
what a nat 1 sounds like.
Thomas. Thomas is not untrusting. Just wants to know her brain and how she talks because of their talent. Just kind of wants to know, like, what is she getting at? Like, if we don't help and they don't go, would he be better off? Just trying to get a peek at her. Aura.
Okay.
That's weird.
Go ahead
Aura.
and make an insight check, sure.
That dice likes to roll that number. I think it's a high number. 18.
Yeah, you're just not sure.
Well,
Did
I
you
think-
play this music?
I tried to turn it off.
Okay.
I think we have a body to move.
All right. Shiv, I'll handle the body if you don't mind.
Can you carry it one person?
Can you?
I mean, I feel like I'm strong enough to carry a dude, fireman style.
Yeah, but like a coffin, they want to bury him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're not
Well-
carrying a body across town.
Okay. Just. All right.
I got a corpse on my shoulders.
All right, Shiv.
Alright.
No nibbling.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
I'll be lookout.
Okay. So we pick it up.
Okay. So you guys head and you head over to the room and you grab the coffin. You put the top on it and you put the nail on the coffin, and then you venture outward. As you venture outward, you see that the town is continuing to be barren, gray, and sad. And so you
Good job,
head
town.
over this way, and as you are heading on your way at one of the houses, I believe it'll be this house, we'll say, I need to tell you what you encounter. What you see, I guess, is what the right way to put this. You see a woman. You hear the sound of a small wooden wheel rolling across damp cobbles. You trace the lonely sound to a hunched figure behind in rags, pushing a rickety wooden cart through the space. And she's standing at the doorway of this family. And as she's kind of yelling around, she's like,
Get your dream pastries! Get your dream pastries!
and the people there at the front door that she walks up to, she knocks on the door, and she goes,
Oh, hello. I have brought dream pastries. Are you interested in any dream pastries?
and they're like, they look at each other, the two parents, these older people, and they look at each other and they're like, yes, we're very, very interested.
Oh, I see. Well, you know the payment.
And she goes, the soulless one, honey.
Wow.
And he walks over and like grabs a kid who's probably the size of like, I mean, he's probably like 3'4" but he doesn't like have much of an expression. And she like kind of shoves him forward. He's probably like 7. And she's like, is there any other way, ma'am, that we could like pay for this? I know he's not, please. And she's like,
You know the payment. I mean, I could sell them for a gold piece. If you
Do I hear that?
you are, I'm describing it. You
I
hear
will
it.
walk up to her. I will pay, and I will give her a gold piece.
And she looks at you and goes,
Thank you. Would you like a dream pastry as well?
I will look at the family.
and the dream they're like,
Should I have one?
I mean, they're willing to give up their children for them. So
Sure, I will have one, and I'll give her another gold. Keep your child.
Okay. They like take the kid back quickly, and then she's like,
Okay, yes, two dream pastries.
and she pulls out like a cupcake.
As she pulls him out, I'm gonna look at Duncan and be like,
And she like puts a cupcake in front of this lady, and the lady grabs the cupcake, and they split the cupcake, and they give each one to one of the parents, and one of the parents eats just like it's like a pink top on it, just a cupcake about this big, and like just beautiful, like ornate, lovely, and adorable in every way, like a My Little Pony cupcake, basically. And
how many do you have left, miss?
And she says,
"Oh, I have hundreds."
I'll give her two
and
more
she
gold.
hands you one.
I'll give her 2 more gold.
Mm-hmm.
And I wait for her to hand me the 2
And
others.
she hands you 2 other ones.
I give them both to the family. So I have one and they get 2 more.
And they're like, "Thank you so much." Oh, boom.
And then Duncan
Close
says,
the door.
"Hey, Calvin, get me one." And I flick a gold coin.
Hand her.
And she goes,
Oh, let's make an evening of it. Oh, sure.
and she goes,
Enjoy your dream pastries, my boys. Would you be having one?
I think I'm alright.
Well, I suppose you've been the best, patrons that I've had all week. That there's plenty to be known asking old women about rumors in this town.
Well, what are some rumors in this town?
We're just still holding the coffin like, ugh.
You guys can go. I'll wave you on.
No, we're not leaving
I can
you
run
alone
a-
in
I
this
can run
town.
a-
Well, you see,
I can turn myself invisible around.
there's a Vistani encampment not too far from here, and they have been they're making lots of rambunctious noises in the middle of the night. So, oh no! If you don't understand how bad that is, they're under the control of the Devil Strahd. I know. What craziness! Also, he sends zombies to attack that very house you just came from.
Why?
I believe it's because he has control over the knights of the Order of the Silver Dragon.
Hold on, say that again.
Oh, yes, of course. I understand you're falling on deaf ears. The fallen knights of the Order of the Silver Dragon.
Why would that mean he would attack the house?
Because he must train his knights to capture the lady,
Which lady?
the beautiful one.
Oh.
There she goes. Oh, I'm so jealous. What a lovely young woman.
Well, thank you.
And Duncan looks at her and flicks her another gold piece. You never saw us.
I never got your names either.
No, you didn't.
she winks.
Enjoy your dream pastry.
As you guys
Thomas
leave.
will take a small bite of his.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Bold.
Yep.
Friggin' bold, my man.
Let's do some drugs.
Let's just do it. All right,
get a
Duncan.
trip for this funeral.
All right, Thomas. It tastes like a small, beautiful, amazing cupcake.
Make a Constitution saving
But make a
throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I was like, is that...
Me too. I thought it was 2. It's not great. It's an 11.
Okay. So you guys are all walking, and Thomas is just like, all right. And he just like plops one in his mouth, eats
A
it.
bite.
He bites it. And Thomas just goes, face plants onto the ground.
Wait, Shiv and Duncan will stop.
Thomas, you
it
are
down.
incapacitated. You have a speed of 0 feet, and you are in a trance.
Shiv will tell Duncan, alright, put it down.
All right.
Put the cow down. Shiv will go over, pick up Thomas, put him on top of the coffin.
Okay.
We will pick the coffin back up and continue as we were going.
Cool. All right. So it takes you.
We'll pick up the portion of dream pastry as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Stick it in his pocket.
No, Thomas, your eyes are very open, and you are like very present. I'm not like the part of the thing about this thing is that like they know that if a character's in a trance, they're gonna not pay attention. But what's so funny about this is that you are fully aware that you cannot move.
You're just paralyzed.
You are just like very paralyzed. Yeah. So yeah.
Eating snacks from strangers. All right. Let's go to this funeral.
Yeah. This
Okay.
is why I control my snacks.
Thomas, what is your happy place?
Whoa.
Oh no.
What is Thomas's happy place?
I think it's on stage.
'Kay.
In
Biggest
his shoes. In the place he's been happiest before.
Okay.
And the audience loves you.
And you're sitting at you're sitting in the dressing room. You're being
Rose
pampered
is
by
on
multiple
stage.
people. You see Thomas sits up
see
on the
Kanye.
coffin. You see Kanye. Yeah. No, you see Thomas sit up on the coffin, and you're getting pampered. You're getting pampered, and as you are finally ready to go, you kick the chair back. Thomas steps off of the coffin, and he's now standing. And
We were holding that up in the air.
Yeah, I know. He like steps off. He lands on the ground, and you know exactly where to go to the show. Like you have your stage memorized, so you just go, you walk, and so Thomas just walks like a little bit, and then he starts to walk towards the stage, and then like bumps into a house, and then and then he's like, "Oh, I was mistaken," and then turns, and now you're on stage, and then you just like you're fully walking, but like you're experiencing that, and you like go to sing, and you're like singing this beautiful song, and you're like doing it. You're removed from the evils of the world. You are 100% happy. It's vivid, believable, and it's exactly where you need to be.
And this is not just in his head. He's
This
doing
is like you guys are seeing him do this.
All right, put it
Put
down.
it down again.
You guys, and Irina's like, "Are we going to go? Like, what is happening?"
Sorry, our
moment.
friends. One second.
I'll say to Duncan, let me
Okay.
go over and slap him.
I'm so glad you did that.
Go ahead and roll to attack.
Oh, well, it's going to be pretty hard
With
to
an
hit
alligator
me.
claw.
You have advantage. He's incapacitated.
Backhanded.
You have advantage.
Oh, good.
I think is it Dex? Or
Well, that's good. Strength, probably.
Or he's not paralyzed. Actually, it's just regular roll. What's the total? Sorry.
Just strength. So 11.
Miss.
So Thomas expertly does he begins to go into a dance that he knows, and then you just like slide to the side, and Shiv, you just whiff.
I'll keep trying until I hit it.
I want it to be like really great.
Nope.
He's just dancing.
Thomas is dancing around.
Thomas does a
Shiv.
barrel roll around his fist.
Try to grab him this time. Still no.
Hop Shuffle steps out of the way.
What is this play? Nat 20.
And then finally, screw that. Boom. So you take 2 damage. Right, roll to confirm.
Oh, God.
It's a 4.
So you just get punched for double damage. You take 2 damage. And Thomas, you are immediately, boom, decked. And you feel, oh, you really want another dream pastry. But you do recognize that you were just in a beautiful place. So it was like being on mushrooms to the nth degree. But like also, you totally are now addicted to dream pastries. Enjoy that. Have fun with that.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go over
hey,
to Thomas.
You should write that in your character sheet. Like it's a permanent.
to
It's a
dream
permanent
pastries.
addition to your bonds.
I'm gonna go over to Thomas and hand over the pastry, son.
I mean, you guys picked it up. So you have it on you.
I put
I'm
it
going to
in
slide
your-
a hand and try
I
to find
put
it
it
on
in
their
your
body.
pocket.
Oh,
And in his pocket?
his bitten pastry.
Do I see it
I
on him?
do, but I don't know if he knows that.
I don't
Do I
think.
see it on him?
It's not. This is hold on. This is not like an aggressive like
Oh.
I must have a dream pastry. It's just like dude, it'd be really nice to have another dream pastry.
Like cigarettes.
Like, and if it was here, I'd have it immediately.
It's like cigarettes, actually. Yeah, I mean, it gets worse with time, but like for now, you're like, I could
I'm
pass.
jonesing, man.
I don't want to spoil my lunch.
You do know what it does, though, so
I do know what it does, and I want to do it again.
probably wouldn't do it immediately.
Hey, you have another one?
Nope.
You ate yours?
Do not do that again.
They're good.
I know, but we're in the middle of something.
I just wanted to try it.
Thomas.
Okay.
Alright, Shiv. Grab the coffin.
All right.
Do you have another one?
No.
You ate yours?
Yes.
Was it good? Where did you go?
I didn't. I didn't eat mine. I spit it out
I have
because I didn't like it.
I see this, but I'm just kidding.
I don't know I cannot control this. I can just tell you that's what it says you have.
No, Okay, well, if we see that lady.
Tell you what. We get back to Vallaki, I'll get you another. Okay? I know how to get some more.
That tells me we're not getting back to Vallaki. I'm just kidding. Okay, yeah, I believe you.
Okay. Go on to the funeral. Sorry. I apologize to Ismark and his sister. Sorry.
Okay, all right. Let me just cut to the chase here.
So you guys get to.
I thought that was Irina. I'm like, what?
No. I'm having a great time. That was beautiful. That was so dumb, Thomas. You're so great.
It's a cupcake.
It is a cupcake. You're like I'm so 100%. She's not a hag. Bite.
You are now addicted to skooma.
I forgot for a second. I was like, oh, don't take the kid. Just here's cupcakes. I will, and then
They're willing to give up their children to have a cupcake, and you're like, you know what? It's probably really good.
Safe. Try it.
I thought my Kanze would be fine.
Yeah. What was it? 12?
Yeah.
No, I'm not telling you that. No, because every time you eat one, you
I have to do it. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's good. That it's not just.
They were only willing to give up the soulless one, though. So
Yeah,
you
the
know,
soulless.
You know.
Yeah, no, they were. Yeah, right.
Not the
Only their
regular.
7-year-old child.
Yeah. See?
All right.
Atop a rise against the roots of a pillar of stone that supports Castle Ravenloft stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises toward the back, and flickering light shines through holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. The heavy wooden doors to the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire.
Of course.
Fire.
Yes, fire. She says, this is the church. I suppose we're going to go out back. I guess we can place him where we think he'll need to be buried.
How do we get through? Is there a gate to the?
Give me a second. I'm gonna pull up the actual map because I can. I can.
Looks like there is.
Vallaki.
Well, maybe.
Barovian Basin.
God, these
Church.
rolls are so good, and I.
Day.
Stop wasting them.
It doesn't matter. My rolls only matter when he asks me to roll.
Oh, stop it. You guys remember maps?
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
I know.
It's been a moment.
It has.
Is that the front or the back?
I no longer have to flip stuff.
Oh, great.
It's a beautiful church. Oh, should I get the minis?
Wait, do I have to flip that?
It looks like you
Can't
do.
answer.
I do. That's gross.
Womp, womp, womp.
Wait. No, I do. You're right. Thank you.
What?
I don't know what's happening. There we go. Oh, you
Do we have
grab it.
minis again?
We do still have minis.
Yay!
What's it been, like 2 weeks?
Oh, here, I got you.
It's been. No, I mean, when was our. It's been like. I mean, for the audience, it's been a lot longer than 2 weeks. It's been like 4 weeks since we've had.
I know.
Right, that big old fight.
There she is.
That was the last thing we did.
Look at him! Look at him with his goblet of wine. What a man.
God, I hate you.
Why?
Who is that?
Ismark.
Ismark? You don't like Ismark?
No, he's
Ismark
competition.
and
jelly.
Irina. Okay, remember when like Andy and I kept saying like Irina and Ismark
Yeah,
the entire
them.
campaign? Yeah, there they are.
Well, yeah, because he sees the Esmeralda mini, and I'm not surprised that he says Irina.
They're like all I names.
Yeah, and then Erwin and Ismark.
Yeah, no,
that's funny.
Zach.
Yeah, Isak. Wow, so many
Yeah,
I
well
names.
that's like Ivan in Russia.
It is.
All right. So we're here.
Yes, we are.
Let me. Yeah.
We are battering.
All right. So you see, there is the church.
We are the bearers of bad news.
She walks up to the door and says, "Look, boys, he's dead. I don't really Russian. I don't really care if you like throw him on the ground for now, but we're going to have to go inside.
Okay.
Wait, why is that?
I don't know, but it's scary as shit.
Why do we have? So you want us to go inside? Put him down and then go inside?
Yeah, it would be rude to just carry a dead body inside.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. How do we get him to the back? Oh, I see the path. Why don't we just go straight to the back?
You all come from that side.
Yeah. Why don't we go straight to that way?
This is like, oh, that's as far as we get. Here, I'm gonna pull up the actual interior so we have it.
Okay. We'll just say
Get your claw back.
we set him down,
Sure.
and then went into the church.
He's not going anywhere.
Well, why don't we just go around? We don't need to go inside.
We're definitely setting him down.
Yep.
Don't forget the full screen in the corner. If you're that.
Oh yeah,
picky.
shoot, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Good, I just
Dog, you right. You right.
Homie, you right. Homie, you right. Here, we'll just show you what the church
you're
looks
right,
like in
you're
its largeness. Cool.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of bland, but you walk in and it says the doors open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, lead to adjacent chambers. Obviously, you can see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and you hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. Suddenly, the prayer is blotted out as he notices you.
Hello.
Hello. Who is it? It's me, Irina. I'm with people who we're ready to do the funeral. Oh. I was not prepared for your arrival. I suppose I could help. Yes, help someone. For a change.
Who is this person?
Can I tell if this guy's human? Is this human? Is this guy human?
Let me pull up a photograph of this individual.
Can I make a? Can I throw my dash?
Can I do a vibe check?
What's the vibe?
That's an insight check.
What's his vibe?
What's his vibe?
Bro, what's his handle?
What's his vibe? That's his vibe.
It's the bishop from Les Mis.
Hold on. Get the.
I'll get it here.
There we go.
There's his. Oh shoot! In full screen. Hold on, I can grab it.
He's got a lot of spots.
There's his vibe.
Ah,
Man,
he's a
weird.
ghostly-looking fellow.
He's weird.
Got a couple pounds.
What a vibe, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I forgot to describe him for the listening audience.
What a bro.
He's a larger, heavier set individual with hair that is wispy along the top of his head. He's got very pale skin and rings around his eyes that show he has not slept in quite a long time. He's also wearing a priestly robe that is black, adorned in gold filigree, and has his arms outstretched to greet you. Similar in the way that the abbot might, but this time it seems a little bit less like,
He's going to kill us.
I'm very grand, and more so, I welcome you to the church.
Oh, hey.
And your dooms.
So your insight check, what is the total? Did you choose to roll?
Oh my gosh.
22. Man, she's hot,
I'm
bro.
relying. Yeah, I'm staring. She walked in front of me, and my eyes.
You
just
see the
went,
cape kind of fly out of the way, and you can't
like-
help but be like, oh, she's got a loincloth
looking at
thing in the
that.
way, too. Darn it.
looking at that cake.
22.
Yeah, your dream pastry. 22?
Yeah.
22 on...
Maybe he has a dream pastry.
He seems trustworthy, but he seems like he's hiding something. Like, he seems like, oh yeah, he's a priestly dude. Like, he doesn't give me weird, like, I'm gonna do bad things vibes. He just gives off like I'm a good man trying to get by and the world sucks. And welcome to Brovia. So, like, he's got this, like, you guys have experienced, like, the farther away from Strahd, his church is under the overhang. So, like, he's in the shadow of the devil in his church, right?
Dang.
So, like, let's let that sink in
Yeah.
of why maybe he is this way. So anyway, he's here. And that's where you're at. So,
All right.
what do you say? Anything to him? As he just is like
I
right
just
there.
assumed that the siblings were gonna.
Right, so they're gonna walk. You're right. That's well said. They walk up, and they are like. He's like, I will perform this funeral exactly as the Morning Lord would want, under the morning light. Do you all have places to attend sleep tonight?
What do you mean?
I mean, this funeral will begin in the morning, as per se the Morning Lord.
Do we have a safe place to keep the body? So-
Yes, we can keep it inside here. I suppose it is kind of you to let it sit outside, but please, you may bring in the body and place him on the floor.
Why don't we just do it right now?
That would not be what the Morning Lord would love.
We gotta.
Calvin, it's part of the test.
Calvin. Says Ismark.
All right, we'll bring the casket in for safekeeping so that no wild animals get to it, and then we'll see you in the morning. What hour?
Just as the sun rises.
Gotcha. 7 o'clock. All right, we'll
We'll be back.
we'll be back. Thank you, Father.
Shiv will say one more thing.
I...
Have you seen any people, a woman who's not from this town?
Oh yes.
Yes, a woman did stop by here. A woman sewn together.
What did she say?
She said she's searching for enlightenment.
Oh, great.
Did she find it?
She said
With
she
you.
was unsure if her soul was here.
Where did she go?
I asked if she would need guidance and that I would pray over her. But she said, and I quote, "Religion, it's not for me."
Yep, that's her, alright.
And then she just left?
She said she could hear something. I assured her it was nothing, and then she left.
Time to go to the crying house to find.
When did she come?
In the dead of night.
Missy.
Well, thank you, Father. I believe it's time to go, gentlemen. We have to find Vallaki.
Who's Basilica?
My friend.
All right, let's go.
Duncan's like, I ain't playing no games right now. Thomas is like, I need my friend.
All right, let's go.
All right,
We'll
so
see you in the morning.
you guys head out of the chapel, and Irina says, I'm so sorry. I expected this to be very different. But you all slept in till noon. So that pushes our timeline back. I don't know why we
Your
couldn't
brother
do like
slept
an
until
evening.
noon, too.
Well, he's a stupid idiot.
He
I'm
didn't-
right here. Like, what is the problem?
Not wrong. Is Mark.
Gosh.
Just to be sure, he didn't mean when the actual sun rises, did he?
You know, never quite sure what he means by that.
Should we just go to Vallaki right now?
No.
I believe it would be rude to leave this man like this, and my father is dead.
I apologize. My friend, he's had some dream cakes, and he's not feeling himself. At the
You had a
moment.
dream pastry?
Yeah, I
It was
know.
great. Nobody told me not to.
Okay. How long ago?
On
You
our
were
way
there.
here.
Anywhere from 2 to 6 hours. Those trances last.
We knocked him out of it.
I knocked him out of it.
I kind of wish you didn't,
Why's that?
because that makes it permanent.
Permanent trance or Permanently
Oh.
what?
No. Do you want the dream pastry?
No.
Oh, yes.
Oh. Well,
Do you know where they make them?
No, I don't.
That freaking windmill.
why would you tell him that?
What windmill?
I didn't. You said you come from.
Okay.
Is it a disease?
Pastry addictions aside,
Where's the windmill?
let's go investigate, see if we can find our friend, who seems to be missing, on a spiritual quest to find herself,
Or find herself?
and then we'll come back here tomorrow morning.
I'm very sorry.
It's okay. We've been dealing with
Have you seen
a
this
lot of
before?
crap.
Yes, I have.
Do you think it's a disease?
No, more of a madness.
Do you have local covens or witches around this town?
Yes. There's this old lady who sells these things. I believe that she's a monster. Ismark isn't so sure. We don't have anyone to educate us on these things, so all we have was the books in our library.
Right.
You have a library.
It's nothing special. It's just a little more education than the average.
You know, Shiv, I don't feel comfortable letting our boy here go off on his own. Would you mind accompanying to him, and I will take a look at this library with Irina?
Like I said, I can't stress this enough. It's not like an educational, it's just we were homeschooled, and so
It's all right. I would also like a couple of your crosses, if you don't mind.
no, we can make more.
All right.
Okay. Good luck. So we're splitting up.
We
That's
are.
the context.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think Thomas.
What are we just looking around town for?
Nope.
Silk?
We're going to E3,
The windmill.
where the crying babies are.
Oh,
where the crying
where
babies
the
are.
crying people are, whatever that is, a cry. Yes, thank you.
Also, as
It's
we're
on the way,
walking,
so you can go with us.
right? As we're walking, because we'll split once we get there. But as we're walking around town, do we notice crows at all?
Occasionally, you see crows.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Did you
not.
say crows?
Or
Or did you mean
ravens.
ravens?
Raven. I meant ravens.
Yeah, ravens is a very different question to ask me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there a
Um,
lot of ravens around?
There are very few.
Are there any ravens?
I would say you maybe see one. You're like, that was a crow. Nope, it was a raven, and it's gone.
All right. Because I would like to be on alert for the next raven I see.
Okay. Just because there are so many ravens, I'll let you not roll, and just at some point I'll just say you see a raven. Okay. Just
Okay.
I'll give you that to you at some point.
Okay.
All right. So, Thomas and Shiv, we'll cut to you after I have a brief conversation with Duncan and in character with whoever he stays with. So you're staying with
Ismark and Irina, correct?
Well, yeah. I'm going back with them to their place.
There to the yeah, okay.
Because I want to check that place out.
So you guys can all walk together, and then at some point you will have to split.
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys are all walking down, and she's just like, "I'm so sorry. That, like I said, it's not my intention to have you stay an extra night. I can up the gold if you guys need 25 more.
Oh, sure.
You've taken the the coffin, so I'll give that 25 to you now as an apology.
I thought it was 50 when we.
No, additional.
25 additional is what she's giving you right now.
Oh, so she's giving us 25 right now?
Mm-hmm.
Each.
Just as an apology for what just occurred.
Yeah.
Done.
And Duncan's gonna be like, would you mind? I think my friends might need someone who knows the town a little bit. Ismark, would you mind showing them around as they look for our friend?
Look, bro. I'm just putting it out there that I'm not gonna leave my sister with some strange dude we just met. All right. So like, I get you've been I've been seeing you. You've been looking at her. I've got enough of that. I've got enough. And Irina's like a little embarrassed. And he's like, I no offense. No.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
Can-
no.
Do you trust her with a lizard man?
My odds are not great. I will stick with Irina then.
Okay. All right. I guess we'll all go. But first, we'll go to the crying house.
You no. Okay. And then you guys all continue to walk. Finally, you get to the. I mean, it's like not a far walk.
She's gonna put out there. What else do we have to do today?
Not much, apparently.
Thomas rolls his eyes.
Okay. The moaning sob floats through the still gray streets, coloring your thoughts with sadness. The sounds flow from the dark 2-story townhouse. That is.
Story.
E3.
Bam!
Oh, look, we're there.
I'm a ninja. Ta-da!
So we are.
How big can I make it?
Question.
Let's see if I can make it like actually in game, like the size that I need it to be. Oh no way! It won't let me go any farther because of the way that it's like manifested. So no, never mind. That's so sad. But that was cool though. All right, E3, we've made it.
Pretty good.
Whatever. Let me get outside the house here. So many sounds, it's just ridiculous. They have like a sound for everything. Actually, it would be silly to play that now. Anyway, should you just hear?
Do the dream pastry sound?
No.
I'll walk inside.
Is that the answer to the question? Do they have a dream pastry sound?
A dream pastry sound? Yeah.
I'll walk inside.
You want the dream pastry sound?
Yes. But you know who really wants the dream pastry sound?
Thomas.
God.
I want that dream pastry.
Freaking hippie.
Is this the dream pastry sound?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Very calming, I guess.
Anyway, you hear coming from the second story.
I'll walk inside.
We go right after him.
You step inside, you see a like just very nondescript, very bland house. And nope, no Ahsoka. You're second. The
Did you
second
ask
you go up to the stairs. So you go up the stairs. I was like, that's a thing. You go up the stairs and you see
Did we
that
see anyone in the first floor?
no, there's no one in the first floor.
Okay.
Sorry.
Downstairs, like I live here now.
And you see a woman who is sitting in the corner of the upstairs, like, space, and she's like, oh no, don't kill me, don't kill me, no.
Calm down, we're not gonna kill you.
Oh, make a persuasion check.
Gee.
28.
28.
Not 28.
28 persuasion is pretty good.
It's not going to be.
She's clutching a malformed doll of some kind, and she's like, "Oh, they took her.
Who?
The monsters." She's like getting really.
Took who?
They took Gertruda.
Gertruda.
How long ago?
Like, she like a week ago.
Oh, it's not that long.
That recently.
Yeah.
What's? She's okay.
She immediately just is like, what?
She's alive.
She just like gets worse because she knows what that could mean.
I pull Thomas aside. Maybe it's not gonna be
What
the
could-
best of news.
I mean, she's
the lady's upset. All right.
How do we?
She's in like literally like she's wearing like a burlap sack on her head and is wearing like a terrible destroyed robe. Like she's clearly in disarray, but also physically not wearing anything like of note.
Ma'am, your daughter will be all right, and is not someone working with the devil.
So she's continuing to cry, and she's like, she didn't even take her bear. And like she holds up a bear, and you see on the foot, is no fun, is no Blinsky.
How old was she when she left?
She's a young woman. She can live her own life now.
Oh, okay. Ma'am, do I have any spells that can just like calm her down?
Not that are worth taking with your 5 spells you get to pick.
Right.
All right, I know this is tragic. I don't think we're gonna find anything here. Let's go to the next place.
I don't think there's anywhere else to go, Duncan.
Well, then let's go see what they have back at their house. Obviously, they've been able to hold off zombie hordes.
Quick, could you bring her back to me?
Mom, if we find your daughter and we're able to bring her back safely, rest assured we will.
How do you want her back?
Oh my gosh.
Not dead or alive. That's not my question.
In pieces.
Do you want her back as her or at any capacity? Living?
I just want my baby girl. And she like continues to cry.
She's alive.
She's alive.
It's a mother engraving for crying
Have
out
you
loud.
been like this for a week?
Oh yeah, I mean, evidently.
I mean, have you
Ma'am, your
have you
daughter
seen the
is
people
going
of this
to
town?
be absolutely okay.
Just what they do for fun around here.
What was the question?
Your daughter's going to be okay.
Oh yeah, okay. She's not going to be calmed down,
Okay, Thomas leaves.
but she's just like, this is, there you go. There's where to send Gertruda.
Okay.
I guess.
So,
I mean, it seems like Gertruda has the better end of the stick right now.
yeah.
I mean,
So,
Before Shiv leaves, he'd be like, don't
She
forget
got
to
it.
eat.
you have a dream pastry?
no. I'm sorry. I was trying to get it.
Oh,
I was like, that was not me.
So,
That was good.
I thought it was you. I was like, what is happening right now?
no, I do not. Let's go.
That's dream pastry music.
All right.
Okay, so you guys head back.
But
What?
I let them all leave first. I go back to her. I said, don't forget to eat. I give her a dream pastry.
Oh, what?
Whoa.
She holds the dream pastry in her hands and like eats it, and then you see her just go and is no longer crying. She's no longer crying.
And I close the door behind me and leave.
What was that?
I love that occurred. And then you just leave, and then you guys are all like Thomas, Duncan. I keep mixing your guys' names up. Duncan walks
Yeah.
outside like a little light jog after behind you, like a pretend jog kind of vibes. Like he was like, oh, hurrying up, like I almost missed you there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
playing it off. And you guys are now on the streets.
Well,
All right.
back to the house.
Back to the house. Bless you. Bless
Bless
you.
you.
I'm good.
Those are good sneezes.
I know, I'm working on it.
That's a little inside joke.
Well, dude, the audience heard it.
Yeah.
No, I know.
They know my sneezes sound like Barbie dolls.
Little
You
fair,
haven't
fair
sneezed
pixie sneeze.
often.
Sure, but the one time it was, yeah. So, all right, so now we are back. So you guys all head to the Burgomaster's mansion, or
I guess.
Is
Yep.
there
Oh,
anything
well,
else on the
actually-
map that you didn't bulldoze?
That's where I'm lobbying to go.
you want
Let's
to
go to A1. It's right next door, the shop.
That's where we can split.
No, I'll go with you.
All right. So I want to check out the Burgomasters.
That's gone.
That's E7.
Seven.
That's the mansion somewhere.
E1, right there. Nope.
Where?
Yep.
Yep. There it is.
You want to go to the shop.
I do.
Why not?
Why can't we just go right now? It's right next door.
It's all this gold.
There might be more gold.
Gold doesn't do you any good if you can't spend it.
Can we just go check out that house first?
Sure, we can go to the house
Good
first.
grief, people.
What house are you checking out?
The
It's,
Burgomaster.
it's not going to
the
get dark for
Burgomasters?
7 hours.
It's fine.
Sure, you go to the Burgo dude's house, man.
Burger King's house.
Burgomaster's house. So you head to his house and you get there, and it's exactly what I described, and it's very nice, but it's really destroyed, and all the doors and windows are barricaded with furniture from the inside, and books are thrown askew, and all the like rugs and stuff are used to make like curtains, and it's just pretty destroyed. Very little
Shiv would
food.
like to ask Irina and Ismark. It looks like this place gets attacked regularly.
That is true. It does.
How regularly?
Every few days.
When was the last time it was attacked?
Yesterday.
Oh, so we're fine.
And you hold them all off yourselves?
I do my best.
Bazooka is leaving. We need to go get Bazooka. Where? I don't know. I just think we need to
Dude,
go.
dude, she left like in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it's like
she's
hours
gone.
ago.
I'm sad.
We'll find her,
Later.
but not right now, because not yet.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you.
But
I don't know what's
Alright.
here.
So
Can we like look the whole house? Did we look at the whole house?
yeah, can we go through? Well, and I ask Ismark and Irina, is there anything here that you might want to take that might help us on our travels?
We've pretty much packed it all. If you need supplies, we could make a trip to the store.
All right. Can I see those books? Oh, wait, were you telling me as a DM basically those
Yes.
books are not useful?
I was saying
Yeah.
in character they were raised at home. So the
Mhm.
implication is that they have a library. It is a place where you could potentially be educated on like normal stuff, which is like, there are in fact monsters under the bed, like type education. So
basic stuff.
normal things. So I guess that was just me saying that. I mean, you're welcome to like go in here and like do I could
Like, is it a waste of time to go through this library?
I don't like saying no, Zane.
But that's a no.
I'm saying I'm
mean, that's-
trying to blur the lines between homebrew and this game, so I can do whatever you need me to do.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well,
You want
I
to
made,
take?
I
You
made
wanted to
such
take
I just
some
made such a
crosses
big
from,
deal.
You wanted to
from
take some crosses from the wall.
it. I get
Yeah.
some crosses.
So you grab a cross and it's like bejeweled. It's like golden and bejeweled,
Bejeweled.
I grabbed 3.
and then you grab a few others.
Is there a
Are there
diamond on the
less
cross?
bejeweled?
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying they're like well decorated, like
Oh, jeez.
like they're really fancy.
There aren't any diamonds on
If you
those.
sold,
Ashley.
if you sold one of these, it would be 50 gold pieces to sell.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask them, you don't happen to have any diamonds, do you?
I do. Why?
We might need one of those at some point.
I have one. That's pretty good. What is the reason for it? The rest are just like little jewelry pieces.
Yeah, the big one.
I mean, it's
We were told that
it's about this big. She like goes into like a little pouch she has on her side and like pulls it out. It's about this big. It's probably worth about 300 gold pieces.
All right, good to know. We might need that at some point.
Okay. She puts it back.
All right. Fine. Let's go to the shop.
All right, so you guys head to the shop. Shop.
Shop. Wow.
A sparse light from this building spills out from behind heavy curtains. A sign over the door creaking on its... I didn't do that.
Please.
A sign on its hinges reads Bildrath's Mercantile.
Lead the way, Duncan.
All right. I Boneworks slam the door open. And
Your bones work. That is a very niche reference.
I know.
I just want that to be made said out loud. It was very niche.
I just very confidently open the door and stroll right on in.
You hear the sound of... No! It's Vasilka.
Oh my gosh.
And she's like, you did not call him Periwimple. And he's like, no, I do. I mean, he answers to it. Look, I don't care if he's 6'12". He answers to Barry. It's really difficult to say Parpol Cantamir. It's a stupid name. So Periwimple works fine. She's like, this is not nice. You can't tell that to the two. Oh, hey guys, hey.
Hi, Vasilka.
What's going on? Look, I'm in new clothes. And she's wearing new clothes. They're
I
like
see.
normal looking.
Lovely.
The other ones are covered in blood, so.
We hear you're on a spiritual journey.
Yeah, that church was not what I was hoping for.
I
Are
understand.
you gonna wander off every time we go to sleep?
No, sure. I don't know.
It'd be nice if you did, and we enjoy your
Did
company.
you guys hear the screaming?
What's the sobbing?
No, no. I'm talking about the church.
No.
No.
Okay.
What was that?
I heard some screaming
From where?
from underneath it.
Oh.
Oh.
Boy.
Don't forget she doesn't sleep.
Time to have a night.
It's like sleepwalking, but without the sleep part.
Yeah.
Walking.
It's like walking.
Let her be dumb.
No, it's okay. I'm mad at Basilka.
How could you do this?
You left in the middle of the night. I was so scared.
You put salt in front of the door.
She was like all well.
Yeah, and
well,
then
it
you
ends well.
left.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, Straw doesn't care about me.
I care about you, Basilka.
Actually. Wait. You talked with him, didn't you?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said I was a pile of heaping trash and wasn't allowed back.
Well, you're not a piece of
I wish I could have said that with a straight face, because it's true.
Basilka.
No, I thank you. I appreciate it. I'm just sort of, I don't know, just thought my whole purpose in life would have been fulfilled, and it just, I don't know, like, what am I supposed to do?
Well, I guess you found a new purpose in
Just
life.
tell us next time.
Right.
Good to know that he doesn't care about you. That's actually very that's actually valuable, Vasilka.
Great.
But we care about you.
Yes.
No, you guys are making your point. I appreciate it. It's just, it's you guys are really laying it on thick.
Okay. Well, it takes a lot to get ideas through your head sometimes.
You're absolutely right. I think 3/4 of my brain has been put in. So I'm still looking for that other little something.
Well,
That's okay.
We can fix that.
I wish you didn't care about me.
Sorry, Chef. You're stuck with us.
Yeah.
And so are you.
Fine. I'll tell you when I leave. I leave at nighttime sometimes. Okay.
As long as you come back,
It's
Right.
fine.
I used a torch. I wasn't just like blind out here.
Yeah, but it's
Ooh.
scary.
it's probably not smart either.
Can you die?
Did you get better with fire?
I don't know. It's a great question.
It's probably very hard to put you back together when pieces of you are in a werewolf's stomach.
I was scared of fire. You're right.
Very good.
I just kind of was like, screw it. I can't see.
Well done.
Good job. Well, what's in the store?
What's for sale?
Basilka?
Oh, guys, this is Bildrath. He's kind of cool.
Is that his name?
Drath?
Yeah, Bildrath. Bildrath.
Hi.
Yeah, so Bildrath is there. He's like got a white beard that's like kind of well kept, and then he's got like a beanie on his head. It's like a red beanie to the side.
Papa Smurf.
Very Papa Smurf. And he's like, "Hey, this is you. Oh, well, you know each other, so
Yeah.
we're friends now. Visilga, I can't give them the deal. I can't. It's not fair.
You can give... What's the deal?
It's supply and demand, right? So
you can give us the deal,
so
too.
come on.
Yeah, come on.
If anything, you got to show him Periwimple.
You can give us the deal.
Fine. I'll give you the deal. Fine. I will cut you a good price.
And show us Periwimple.
So you can buy anything in the adventuring gear table in the player's handbook, but only items with a price lower than 25 gold pieces is what he has. And then you will negotiate price as we see fit.
Right.
So should you...
Who's
are we gonna-
Periwimple?
Yeah, need to open that up.
Yep. That is on page... I think I wrote like E at some point in my
Look
lifetime.
at you.
Yeah, he's got it.
Wow.
Yeah. Bookmarked.
In the what section?
It's the basically adventuring gear. Anything that's 25 gold pieces or less. Is what he has
It's like
in his store.
almost everything. Nice.
Right.
All right.
Should we go to the bottom of the river with
I'll
the climber's kit?
I'll give you the deal. You can have the deal.
What is the deal?
The deal is everything that is in that book is 10 times the price.
Everything in this book is 10
Everything
times.
that is available, 25 gold pieces or less, is 10 times the price to buy.
I don't want the deal.
What is not having the deal?
15 times the price.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
I had Vasilka work some magic so that we can actually buy stuff in this game.
Well,
That's hilarious.
let's see if there's something we desperately need.
Yeah, right.
I was like,
I mean-
I mean, we have like a ton of gold, so
Oh, that's 15.
Do we?
We do. We each started out this game with a ton of gold.
Do we? Everything's 10 times the price.
I get what you mean.
Although that might only extend to things that are useful.
That's me. Sorry. I don't know if I want any of these things.
Shiv, are you having a conversation while we're browsing the selection?
Sure. What?
Are you talking with anyone or anything?
Spyglass is 1,000 gold. That's bogus. How's $1,000 telescope?
Add a 0, and I mean that's how much it costs.
Yeah, it's.
Okay, wait, he doesn't have it. Never mind. He only has 25 gold pieces or less
Yeah.
items. So anyway, as you guys are buying stuff,
Yeah.
you guys are.
Just take it. I don't want it.
That's it. So we're gonna fast forward to what to the morning. Like, is that what we're doing?
I think after this, that's what I would like to do. But you two
It
also.
might be.
Can we say that Can we say that we?
That's an empty spell book, by the way.
Oh, awesome.
We can buy it off camera too if we really want to.
Right,
Yeah.
but can we say that we search the town?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a blanket investigation or perception check, just for the whole search.
Yeah, everything there is a rip.
Oh yeah, he knows
Natural
it.
20.
Natural 20. Great, that's helpful. What's the total?
Hold on.
For perception, 26.
Not a natural 20.
26 total with
I just
perception.
figured you're helping him. If we're going together.
I got a 2.
Great. So you you guys investigate the town. You go into certain people's houses. You look in the places, and you basically recognize that everyone here is hiding in their homes. There's rats everywhere. It's just not a great place to be. Everything that is marked on the map is literally the only semblance of life in here. And the fact that Vasilika is making someone laugh who lives here should show you that Vasilika is a little bit finding herself every second. And so it's just a really rough situation. So I'm assuming you guys head back. You guys head back to the Blood on the Vine Tavern, or to if you want to stay with them, but their place gets attacked evidently.
Yeah. Go back to the tavern.
Does, but I don't know, do you want to keep them alive?
I mean, I'm sure we could hold off a few zombies if we get attacked.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll all bunk up at their house.
Why don't we go see what's screaming at the church tonight?
It's free too. Oh yeah, I want to ask
we could do
I want
that
to
during
ask
the day.
I want to ask them first.
Who's them?
The siblings.
Ah.
So Ismark, Irina,
Yo, what's up?
what's up with the screaming under the church?
I'm not sure what you mean. We haven't really been over to the church in a while.
Yeah, well, apparently there's screaming under the church at night.
Did she say at night?
Well, she heard it at night.
That's when she heard it.
I mean, we were just there. I didn't hear anything.
True.
I know that.
All right. Sorry. Not my best self. I haven't had enough to drink today. So, what do you think? I don't know. It could be anything. If your friend heard screaming, I don't know your friend. Hi, I'm Irina Kolyana. This is my brother Ismark. Vasilka. Hi. Yes, I'm a flesh golem. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, nice to meet you. You're very strange. You don't act the way that people do.
She's awesome.
She's a flesh golem.
No, I mean like Barovians.
We're not from Barovia.
How do people
None
act?
of us are.
I just sad.
Yeah, it sucks.
No.
Well, all right. I mean, good luck. We could probably just get a room in the tavern tonight just to make sure that we're all safe.
You want to go with us to see what's at the church?
I'm interested, but I don't think that's... I mean, I guess it could be bad.
Is it your house that gets attacked, or is it you?
Well,
She
we know
pulls
what the
up her
hag
collar a
said.
little bit, and she's like, I'm not sure.
We know what the hag said.
The who?
The lady that sold me the dream pastry.
Okay, well, yeah, let's just, I'm not sure what to do.
How about you guys stay at your house and we go to the tavern?
Well, I think if they want to
If
stay
you
at
want,
the tavern,
yeah,
they
you can do
stay
what
at
you
the
want to
tavern.
do. We're gonna
Why
go.
don't we all go at the tavern for the night? But I want to ask this. It's the only lead we have as to what might else be going on in this town. So I just want to clear that loose end.
Sure.
And talk to this preacher.
And you're sure that you want to go to the tavern at night?
We were safe there last night.
All of us.
I'm kind of with Chef. I mean, she said that.
I'll say it again. Is it the house that gets attacked? There are many houses here that could easily be attacked. What's the point?
I guess you're right.
Old woman said that Strahd was attacking her.
Irina? I think you have a target on your back. So, why don't you stay in your house since it's so well fortified
Yes.
against the undead? Or more so than the tavern, at least.
Okay, my brother and I will stay there.
And we could stay there with you, just in case there's another attack. That way it's a little easier.
Okay, that's fine.
And but for now, I would ask if we go investigate the grounds at the church, see if there's corpses being reanimated in the graveyard, or
What time are we going to do that?
I mean,
Why don't
just
we do it during the day?
well, it is during the day.
I know.
Yeah, let's
Like
just
now.
do that now and then call it a day.
Go and look under the place?
Perhaps.
Look around.
Why don't we ask some more pointed questions?
Mm-hmm.
Someone.
At the
Me? Okay.
So as we all
What kind of questions do you want me to
as
ask?
we all gather and begin to make this plan to go towards the Church of the Morning Lord and investigate further what is going on underneath this church, what's the screaming that happens at night. Vasilka seems to be a totally different person, and all things will be well. We'll find out next time.
Oh, is it?
So, thank you for watching Crow's Curtain Call. I've been Jaden Arnold. Goodbye.